The Wolf and the Seven Young Goats. There were once upon a time an old goat who had 7 little kids and loved them with all the love of a mother for her children. One day she wanted to go into the forest and fetch some food. So she called all 7 to her and said, "Children, I have to go into the forest. Be on your guard against the wolf. If he comes, and he will devour you, all skin, hair, and everything." The wolf often disguises himself, but you will know him at once by his rough voice and his black feet. The kid said, "Dear mother, we will take good care of ourselves. You may get away without any anxiety." Then the old one planted and went to her way with an easy mind. It was not long before someone knocked at the house door and called, "Open the door, dear children. Your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of one." But little kid knew that it was the wolf by the rough voice. "We'll not open the door," cried they. "You are not our mother. She has a soft, pleasant voice, but your voice is rough. You are the wolf." Then the wolf went away to a shopkeeper and bought himself a great lump of chalk, ate it, and made his voice soft with it. Then he came back, knocked at the door of the house, and called, "Open the door, children. Your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of you." But the wolf had laid his black paw against the window, and the children saw them and cried, "We will not open the door. Our mother has not black feet like you. You are the wolf." Then the wolf ran to the baker and said, "I have hurt my feet. Rub some food over them for me." And when the baker had rubbed his feet over, he ran to the miller and said, "Strew some white meal over my feet for me." The miller thought to himself, "The wolf wants to deceive someone," and refused. But the wolf said, "If you will not do it, I will devour you." Then the miller was afraid and made his paw white for him. Truly this is the way of mankind. So the wolf went for the third time to the house door, knocked at it, and said, "Open the door for me, children. Your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of one." The little kid cried, "First show us your paw, that we may know if you are our dear little mother." Then he put his paw in through the window, and when the kids saw that they were white, they believed that all he said was true, and opened the door. But who should come in but the wolf? They were terrified and wanted to hide themselves. One sprawling under the table, the second into the bed, the third into the stove, the fourth into the kitchen, the fifth into the cupboard, the sixth under the washing glove, and the seventh into a clock case. But the wolf found them all and used no great ceremony, one after the other. He swallowed them down his throat. The youngest, who was in the clock case, was the only one who didn't find. When the wolf had satisfied his appetite, he took himself off, laid himself down under a tree in the green meadow outside, and began to sleep. Soon afterwards, the old goat came home again from the forest. At what sight she saw there! The house door stood wide open. The table, chairs, and benches were thrown down, the washing bowl laid broken to pieces, and the quilts and pillows were pulled off the bed. She saw their children, but there were nowhere to find. She called them one after another by name, but no one answered. At last, when she came at the youngest, a soft voice cried, "Their mother, I'm in the clock case." She took it out, and it told her that the wolf had come and had eaten all the other. Then you may imagine how she wept over her poor children at left in her grave. She went out, and the youngest kid ran with her. When they came to the meadow, there lay the wolf by the tree and snored so loud that the branches shook. She looked at him on every side and saw that something was moving uncertainly in his golden belly. "Ah, heaven!" she said. "Is it possible that my poor children, when he had slowed down for his supper, can be still alive?" Then the kid had to run home and fetch scissors and needle and a trident, and the goat cut open the wolf's stomach, and hardly she made hands cut them. One little kid thrust its head out, and when she had cut farther, all six sprang out one after another, and were all still alive, and had suffered no injury whatever. For in his greediness the wolf had swallowed them down whole. What rejoicing there was! They embraced their mother dear, and jumbled like old Tyre at his wedding. The mother, however, said, "Now go and look for some big stones, and we will fill the wolf's stomachs with them while he is still asleep." Then the 7 kids dragged stones jerkily with all speed, and put as many of them into the stomach as they could get in, and the mother swayed him up again in the greatest haste, so that he was not aware of anything, and never once stirred. When the wolf at length had his feed of sleep, he got his leg, and as the stone in his stomach made him very thirsty, he wanted to go to a well to drink. But when he began to walk and to move about, the stones in his stomach knocked against each other and muttered. Then he cried, "What rumbles and tumbles against my poor bones? I thought was 6 kids, but it feel like big stones." But when he got to the well and stooped over the water to drink, The heavy stones made him fall in and he drowned in miserably. When the 7 kids saw they come running to the spot and cried aloud, "The wolf is dead! The wolf is dead!" and danced for joy round about the world with their mother. And this is the end. The Wolf and the 7 Young Goats.